Good evening, everyone. It is my pleasure to introduce today's session moderator, Dr. Rashmi Dua. Dr. Rashmi Dua, an accomplished PhD holder in forensic accounting, along with postgraduate degrees in English and Commerce, is currently enriching lives at Banastali Public School, located in Vikaspuri, New Delhi. She is renowned for introducing groundbreaking programs and fostering strong community engagement, making her a key contributor to the school's vision of holistic education. Dr. Dua's professional expertise includes designing innovative and customized curricula that address diverse learning needs. Her training sessions are not only engaging but also tailored to build skills and inspire lifelong learning. She develops comprehensive assessment tools that are instrumental in accurately measuring student progress and enhancing educational outcomes. With exceptional conflict resolution skills, Dr. Dua ensures a collaborative and positive atmosphere among faculty, staff, and students. Her mentorship guides individuals towards both academic and personal growth, instilling confidence and self-awareness. Furthermore, her unwavering commitment to promoting cultural sensitivity celebrates the beauty of diversity, ensuring inclusivity in all aspects of education. Dr. Dua's efforts extend beyond the classroom, as she actively participates in initiatives that bridge the gap between academia and community. Through these initiatives, she empowers students and parents alike, building strong connections and reinforcing the importance of education in personal and societal development. Hearty welcome, Dr. Rashmi. Please proceed. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much, everyone. Good evening, everyone. I hope you are all having an amazing day. I'm Rashmi Dua, a very dedicated educator and knowledge enthusiast. I'm the moderator for the day also. Let's dive into this virtual journey of exploration and inspiration together. I can't wait to see what we'll uncover today. So again, greetings from Extra Mile. Extra Mile is a leading educational platform envisioned by Dr. Abdul Salam, the founder of BTAG, to revolutionize education and training. With its unparalleled pool of resource persons, Extra Mile excels in delivering customized online as well as offline training, that too across India. Now, before we begin, I would like to express my words of gratitude to Dr. Abdul Salam and Extra Mile Education and Training for providing me this wonderful opportunity as the moderator of today's session. Dear participants, I also extend a warm and hearty welcome to all of you, all the enthusiasts here. Today, we all are here, and today is 5th of April. It is the 95th day of the year, a date that carries significant meaning as we observe the International Day of Conscience. This day reminds us of the vital role conscience plays in promoting peace and ethical behavior in our communities. As we delve into our theme of today's training, that is 50 groundbreaking activities for teaching science, let's reflect on the importance of fostering a sense of responsibility and curiosity within our students. Just as April 5th encourages us to examine our moral values, our session will definitely empower you to engage students in innovative hands-on learning experiences that promote critical thinking and collaboration, the 21st century skills. Today, together, we'll explore creative strategies to inspire future scientists and help them develop a strong sense of conscience in addressing global challenges. Let's make the most of this meaningful day. Now, before we delve into today's session, I would like to go over a few important points. These will help us for a smooth and interactive experience. Dear participants, if you have any queries during the session, please feel free to post them in the chat box. For the interactive session and the experience, you are encouraged to clear your doubts by asking questions. Now, for asking questions, kindly use the virtual hand raise. There's a button there and wait for the name to be called before speaking. We'll be definitely announcing your name. Dear participants, when we attend trainings, we expect certificates because these are the testimony of our learning. Regarding certificates, please note that the previous Google form method is no longer available. Please visit the website www.b-tag.in, and if it's your first time, sign up please. It's a very user-friendly portal and you'll receive your certificate via your registered WhatsApp number. Without taking much time, now I would like to introduce the key members of the BTAG, the face behind Extra Mile BTAG, starting with Dr. Abdul Salam. Sir, we are honored to have you with us. You are the visionary founder and CEO of Bharat Transformers, an academic group and Extra Mile Education and Training. Sir is also a distinguished CBSE resource person and master trainer with a wealth of contributions to the education sector. As an assessor for the National Accreditation Board for Education and Training under the Government of India, Dr. Salam brings a wealth of knowledge and experience. And on behalf of all the participants, I warmly welcome Dr. Salam to address the audience.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Rashmi ma'am. Good evening once again to all the participants, Mr. Biju S. Pillai, Ms. Jyoti J.S., and all who have joined. Hearty welcome once again. Well, 50 strategies. We know that, within 1 hour or 1.5 hours, it's not easy to, introduce or give details of 50 strategies, but Jyoti ma'am will try to do her best, showing, demonstrating, and explaining these strategies. Of course, every new learning is, advantageous to the teachers, and it is better we learn new strategies to engage the classroom as the world is advancing and the industry, the education industry is also advancing a lot in terms of teaching trends and learning trends as well. So thank you so much, Jyoti ma'am, for offering this particular session to us. Science teachers will definitely, find it very useful in implementing these strategies to make the classroom engaged and interesting, so that students will have experiential learning. So thank you so much once again, and hearty welcome once again to everybody. Back to the moderator, Rashmi ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for encouraging the learners, the participants also to stay abreast with the learning. I would like to now introduce Mr. Biju S. Pillai. Sir has an extensive background in education, serving as the principal of several reputed CBSE schools. He is also the co-director of Extra Mile Education and Training. Biju sir, we are truly honored to have you here with us. I now request you to please share your thoughts with us.
Thank you, Rashmi ma'am. Respected Salam sir, Jyoti ma'am, and all other respected personalities on the Extra Mile Education platform. Anyway, Rashmi ma'am started as being a moderator. When it began is half done. So her presentation was excellent. Hearty congrats, ma'am. And we hope that Jyoti ma'am also will do her best today for all our respected science teachers. Actually, for 10th and 12th board exam, children, only once in a life they appear for the board examinations. But we teachers, every year board exam is coming one after the other. And before the exam starts, we are having a cool off time, right? The same cool off time is April and May. So now the teachers are having that cool off time where they are brushing up and they are gaining more and more knowledge, how to tackle the children, how to make the children aware of their subject knowledge. And most probably science and maths will be their career option, and how to deal with these subjects in a very accurate way so that the children will find it very easy, and they start loving the subject. So these are the tips what today we are expecting from Jyoti ma'am. So all the very best, ma'am.
Thank you so
That
much.
moderator, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And beautifully, you have reminded the teachers to remember that they are doing everything for their students. So, if their students are successful learners, the teachers have already succeeded. Now, please allow me to introduce our esteemed resource person for today's session, Miss Jyoti Shedhanagodar. Ma'am, I might have pronounced it bad
It's
because I
okay.
tried a
It's
lot.
okay. It's okay, ma'am.
Okay, so ma'am is a trailblazer in her field. Ma'am has completed her MSc in Physical Anthropology from Karnataka University, Dharwad in 1997. And further, ma'am has enriched her expertise with a B.Ed from Mumbai University in 2011. With over 2 decades of teaching experience, she is not only an accomplished academician, but also the driving force behind the science department at Lokmanya Tilak International School, Navi Mumbai. This is not all. Jyoti ma'am
Yes.
is also an academic coordinator at Lokmanya Tilak International School, where she brings a wealth of knowledge and creativity to her classrooms. Ma'am is renowned for her innovative teaching methods. She has dedicated all her time to making the concepts of science come alive, ensuring they resonate deeply in the minds of her students. In recognition of her outstanding contributions, Madam Jyoti was honored as one of the top 25 teachers for the prestigious Sarabhai Teacher Scientist National Award 2021. She also received the Gold Medal Appreciation Award in the Secondary and Higher Secondary Teachers category. Dear audience, to top it off, she was celebrated with the Extra Mile Award at the International Conclave in Trivandrum by Bharat Sahodaya. So I hope by now we have understood we are really incredibly fortunate to have such a passionate and inspiring figure with us today. Dear participants, let's give a warm virtual welcome to Jyoti ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, one and all present here. I would like to first thank Dr. Abdul Salam sir for giving me this opportunity to conduct this session. I would also like to thank Pillai sir, Rashmi ma'am for introducing me to the session. So before, I would like to share the screen first. Ma'am, are you able to see the
Yes,
screen?
ma'am. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. Just a second. Yeah, before I start the session, I would like to tell you this quote given by Jean-Jacques Rousseau. We should not teach children the sciences, but give them a taste for them. And you can see one more picture where it is depicting an earthen pot. So since we all are teachers, we are into this noble profession. So we should be just like an earthen pot. Now, what is the role of an earthen pot? If we have to fetch water, it has to bend. Then only the water will be drawn in that pot very easily. And again, when it has to be transferred to any other container, again the earthen pot has to bend, or any other pot, whatever we are using. Similarly, teachers are also just like this. When we have to do justice with our profession, even we have to come down to the level of the children to make them understand the concepts very clearly. So we have to gather the information as much as possible, and every day we are into teaching learning process. Even we, being a teacher, we are also learning new things even from the children. So without much taking your time, I would like to start. Now, as per the Confucius, it's seen that I see and I forget, I hear and I remember, I do and I understand. So this pyramid shows that whenever we are reading, it is 10% of what we read is recollected, then 20% of what we hear, 30% what we see, 50% is retained whenever we are watching a movie or looking at an exhibit or doing any demonstration, seeing any demonstration in that location. And 70% of what we are participating in a discussion, giving a talk. And 90% of what we say and do, that is when we implement those things in actual practical classroom, like dramatic presentation, simulating the real experience or doing anything real. Now, the first method, experiential learning, that is also called as hands-on learning. As we know, CBSE is focusing upon experiential learning a lot. So even we can do this in the classroom. Just I'm giving examples for every method. I would be explaining you with an example. So here, like if we had to teach the concept of sound or communication, especially in physics or any other subject, so here we can use a string telephone. Now, this is again the simple one which is made out of waste bowls and a string and a matchstick has been used. So here the children are also learning the concept and they are also enjoying the methodology. Similarly, when we have to teach them the concept of time, distance or velocity, here it is just a simple example. We can use this paper aeroplane and just fly it in the classroom. I know children will do this again with mischief. They will be mischievous, but yes, at the same time, they are going to learn something new. I hope everybody must have seen the picture Hichki, in which Rani Mukherjee is also explaining the concept of hyperbola, parabola in the volleyball court. So like this, we can also do something new in our classroom. Then going to the similar, this experiential learning, here I have taken one example of COVID-19 or any topic can be selected and how we can integrate this with the other subjects. Like COVID, when we say, it comes to mind when we are talking about science, it will talk about the symptoms, the virus which has caused this disease and all this. So this we can correlate with yoga subject, where by doing yoga exercise, how we can improve our health. Or when we are talking, when we integrate with mathematics, there we can find out how much population was affected during that time. And geography, we can relate that how many areas it had covered and like they were having this problem. So similarly, when all the subjects, as much as possible, we can correlate it. We can also call it as integrated learning. So this is experiential learning method. Next is the second, storytelling or facts based. Now, when the teacher is explaining the facts of biology or the laws of physics, like if she is teaching life cycle of frog or butterfly or evolution, so we can start with the primitive atmosphere. We can create a storyline little bit, and then we have to come to the actual concept. Similarly, when she is teaching about space, spacecraft, or anything related to atmosphere and all, we can correlate with the current affair of our scientist Sunita Williams, who was stuck in the space for almost 9 months, and it was very difficult for her to come back. Her return journey was not sure because of the Boeing that failed. So teacher can explain here also that how, what happened, what went wrong. So while explaining all these things, she can better correlate it by story method. So the teachers can start their story either, or they can end up the session with a story. So this is one method. Now, can anybody tell me how we can utilize snakes and ladders or Ludo games in our teaching methodology? Anyone? Yes? Participants, this is a little bit interactive session, so you have to answer. Well, okay. We know that children love to play the games, and this snakes and ladders or Ludo games, we had used this since our childhood. And even today, there is no age bar for this game. So we can enjoy this playing, but how? That I'll tell you. Like this is the third method, playway method or sports-based learning. Now you can see this is actually which I had created, the snake and ladder. The picture is being shown on the slide there. So here it is the chart which is depicting the questions. Questions have been written in every alternate box. There is a ladder being shown and the snake bite is also going to happen. So this is basically the questions are put up when the child is playing with that dice. Everyone is getting a chance. So they have to answer that question. So this can be used as a revision methodology. Similarly with the Ludo game also, you can see those boxes. In that every boxes, this particular related time. So in this case, what happens? Children are trying to find the symbol, how is it written, and the name of the metal or the ion is learnt very quickly. This can be done even in biology, where I have actually experimented. Participants, I would like to say that out all these 50 methods, I have implemented in my classroom in every like in different grades, and it has been very successful. And that is why I'm very confident in telling you that if you also do any of these methods, it is going to work. It is going to rock, I can say. So for digestive system also, I had created similarly, like in one cards, I had written the name of the organs, and in the other card, I had written the functions. And this game, I made them play. This was for class 10th. And I made them play after teaching them the whole concept. So after teaching, what happens? They know which organ is where it is located and what is the function of that particular organ. And then it becomes very easy for them. And while playing also, they're enjoying and they are learning. Then comes instructional conversations. Now here, I feel that every teacher, right from grade 1 to grade 12, we can ask them to maintain a small diary, which has been shown there, science vocabulary. Now, whenever we are teaching them, we come across many technical terms or scientific terms, especially in botany and zoology. It's very difficult for them to remember the words. So let them make a book like this, and they have to write all the terms every day. Like today, whatever teacher is teaching, if any word is coming, let them write it. So by writing also, it is registering in their mind very quickly. So this is called as instructional conversations. Then role play. Now, role play, we all know, role play is always done in English subject. Why not we do it in science subject also? Now here, again, the concept, the new concept, when they have to be, when we are introducing a new concept, it can be done in the role play method. We should not go to the typical teaching chalk and duster or that way method. So instead of that, we can start by doing a role play. So here, like example, solar system, parts of flower, forming a food chain. So like in this, every child, like especially in the primary classes, when the teacher is teaching solar system, each one is depicting one particular planet, and they are coming forward and they're explaining the features of that planet. Similarly, in bio, when they're learning the food chain, so one is eating the other. So we have to make them understand first what is the concept of food chain, and let the child act as that particular organism. So first trophic level, second trophic level, like this, they can play they can represent it dramatically, and they will enjoy doing this also. Then we have graphic organizers. Now, graphic organizers is one of the very organized and structured ways, systematically it is done. Teachers can use different ways, types of templates when they have to represent any data. Now, this is open for all the subjects. I'm not constraining only to science. Whatever methods I'm telling, we can implement in any subject. Now, here again, a particular thing is written. I'll be discussing that in the next slide. Like how it is written or how it is done. Arrows are there to show the direction or the sequence of the process, just like this. Now here we have taken the concept of sources of air pollution. Now it has been shown in the oval shape graphic organizer, and here different sources have been written. Firecrackers, campfires, vehicles. Let the children do this. You just give them one hint and let them come up with the answers. So automatically what will happen? A graphic organizer is created, and this becomes very, very easy for them to recollect during the exam time. like just before exam, they can just have a look into this. I hope everybody will agree with me that such concept maps or mind maps are given in every reference books. In the starting page of every chapter, it has been always depicted. Now, here in this graphic organizers only, in graphic organizers only, we can implement with different subjects also. Then we have visual clues. Now, as I said, visual clues, whenever any child is observing something or whenever they are watching anything, so that registers in the mind very quickly. The retention power is very good. So here, if the teacher is coming with a chart, so here I have done an excretory system chart, or any body parts or flower parts, anything can be used. So according to your subject. So when these colorful things are done, and they are shown to the children, so they really remember. Some children will remember they love colors, so they remember these structures very well. So similarly, for the cell division, this I had implemented in class 9, stages of cell division, where the bio teacher will be easily able to correlate it with. There are different phases of cell division in mitosis and meiosis. So the way the chromosomes are going to get arranged, it has been shown in the upper portion. And same thing, we can do it in the class. The girl who is having long hair can be called forward, and we can show all the different stages of cell division as shown in this picture. So they also enjoy and they remember, this was done by my teacher once upon a time. Like this, they will remember us later on. And then this is how we can get it in the classroom. Then we have word games. Now, this is very much helping the elementary students now, where they have to explain the language of science and all. Hangman, Pictionary, Dingbats, Bingo, Scrabble, Odd One Out, Charades, Trivial Pursuit. These are some common games. Now here, when we are playing the games, the children are using the scientific terms and they are understanding what they are writing and how this can be used fluently in their subject. So word games, they love to play word games. So this can be brought into practice. Then comes next is word parts. Now this teaching strategy is like whenever a teacher is teaching any subject, or like big words are there. Some children are not able to spell it properly. They are not able to pronounce it properly. And we know that in English, they are already learning prefix, suffix, and the base word. So why can't we break the words, the bigger words? Like example has been given here, metamorphosis. The word has to be split into 3 parts, like meta means large, morph means change, and osis means process. Similarly, photosynthesis can be done. Photo means light, synth means make, and ss means process. So when we are breaking the word in 3 parts or many parts, so that way we have to give them the meaning. So what will happen, that word, they're easy to remember. They will be able to write it very correctly. Now, we all know that social media is a boon as well as a curse. Here I have questioned it as boon or curse. We know that those who will use it very constructively, it is a boon for them. But those children, those who are going in the wrong direction by using the social media in the wrong methodology and all, it is that they are facing problems later on. So here we have social media, we have artificial intelligence. Now, how we can implement this in our classroom? Now, we can ask the students, like especially this will work out in the higher grades. We can ask the students to follow the scientists on Twitter and share his or her thoughts and findings in the class. The podcast is also a very common thing which is happening. It's in trend. Now here, it is very important, like it improves the content of the research projects, and it also features the interviews done with the experts, scholars, industrial professionals and all. So new theories are there, and where the child is learning through the podcast. And now different AI tools, like we are using ChatGPT, Duolingo for the language learning, DataRobo, Google Gemini. These are all different AI tools which can be used in a constructive way. Instagram can be followed for good reason, Why only for the picnics and where my friend is located today? They love to post it on the Instagram. They want the reels to be made and all. If we are doing it for the good reason, it is going to help others also. So similarly, we have Pinterest, then WordPress can be, the account can be done. And this is also helping to learn different concepts on their own. Then we have virtual science labs, which is also called as OLabs. Now, this approach is, I would like to say that this approach will help for those students who are into open schooling. They are not going to the regular school, or they are not able to go to the regular school due to some condition. So they can use this. Otherwise, also anybody can use this. It is like virtual science labs are available free online, where the detailed diagrams, illustrations, close-up pictures, everything is given there. Dissections also can be done in bio. This can be done with the virtual hands-on sensation without actually touching, or even the chemical reactions can be learnt without any burns. Then we have science kit. Now, I would like to say, as a parent, parents can gift their children on their birthdays with some science kit. We know it is available for all the level, all the grades, right from class 1 to class 12. All these kits are available in the market. So instead of giving them something else, we can purchase such constructive gifts, and they can really work on it when they are playing or when they are trying to find. Now, some children are having they have aspired to become scientist or doctor. So they would try to do all these things on their own. So like chemistry reactions or understanding between the difference between the lens and mirror, they can create their own projector also. So all these things can be done through the science kit. So I feel that every teacher should have one science kit at her home. I'm not saying in the school it is already available, but at home also, when we are dealing with our own children, we can teach them in this by using the science kits. Then we have word walls. The word walls in classrooms, we know that soft boards are decorated and all. So this is called as word wall. So here, when this is an advanced technique where we are making them understand the different scientific terms with possible pictures or the words written very nicely, especially for the the class children, that is 1, 2, and 3. These class children love to do this very well. And some are very creative, so they can create that word wall. If the teacher is telling them in the class, okay, there are 4 to 5 groups, I want each group to do this word wall. So, and whoever comes up, I'll give some prize or something like that. They can just to motivate the children, I'll give you star, something they can tell. And this can be done every week or monthly. So that is up to the teacher, whatever she decides. Now, here are some examples. Now, there are 2 different types of word walls. One is static word wall. Now, in this, the way it is arranged, the words are arranged in an alphabetical order. Like if you take alphabet A, so whatever letters are coming under that, aeroplane, ambulance, whatever different, that all words can be written by that child, and it has to be listed one below the other. Now, just make sure that there is no relationship between these words. They are learning the words, and it is starting with that particular alphabet. That is what they're learning in the lower class. So it looks something like this. Here it has been shown J, K, L, M, N, and all the letters, words have been listed just below that letter. So here, this is how it will look very beautiful. The class will be decorated. And we also know, as a teacher, we have to decorate the softboard every month. So it's a big task for the teachers what to get in the class. So these are different ideas where we can make the children do all these things. The other wall is interactive word wall. Now that wall was for primary children, and this wall we can use it for the higher classes. Now how we can use it? Now, this is also in a graphic organizer where the vocabulary words are written, and they are connected. Now, here little connections. These words are related. So you can paste it like visuals, graphics, or any real objects with each word. I'll just show the picture. It looks somewhat like this. Like if you're teaching mixtures, if you're teaching solutions, so what is happening? What is solute? What is solvent? What is solution? These three words are very, very important, and children always get confused between solute and solvent. So it is very difficult to make them understand. So when we are doing such creative walls, interactive walls, here everything is connected to each other. It is related to each other. In the earlier wall, it was not related. So this can be put into practice. And this is another way of showing the science word wall, where any theme has been given, like earth, space, life and living, and all the words related to that particular theme can be put one below the other. So this is another method. So 3 different types of walls we can create. Then comes thinking maps. Now, thinking maps, again, this is also similar. I'm not saying exactly, but somewhat like graphic organizer. Again, this is a systematic way of presentation. Now, there are 8 different maps. The first map, just a second. The first map is the circle map. Now, this is used for defining in content. Bubble map, which is used for describing with adjectives. Flow map, used for sequencing and ordering events. Brace map, used for identifying part or whole relationships. Tree map, used for classifying or grouping. Double bubble mapping is used for comparing and contrasting. Multi-flow map, used for analyzing causes and effects. Bridge map, used for illustrating analogies. Now, these all maps I have actually implemented in class 10 for the portfolios and all. So it is like very nicely it can be presented. I'll be showing you here. This is the flow map. It is there in the slide. I'll just be showing that. Then this is the respiratory system. This is the brace map, which has been put up on the slide there. Then this is multi-flow map for circulatory system. Then we have bubble map for excretory system. So like this, different maps are there, circle map and all. This is double map where you can see something is overlapping. So in this common area where I'm showing, these like ocean fish I have taken example, here marine animals I have taken. So what is common among them? They are writing all the characteristic features here about the ocean fish, and here they're writing about the marine animals. And these are something common which is going to come in between. So like this, we can make them do the maps. So this is how it looks. The tree map, the flow map, then the reflex arc can be shown in that method. Then we have mini anchor charts. Now in mini anchor charts, this is also a great idea that teacher can get interesting colored charts or black and white charts to explain the concept. Now this is for endocrine system, where I've used the colors. In one row I have written in the, not row, sorry, in one column I have written about the name of the hormones, and in other I have written the glands that are secreting those hormones, and the third one is the functions. So we can ask the children to make such mini anchor charts. So this is the colored one, and if the teacher has made them understand the concept of circulatory system, this is black and white mini anchor chart. Now here it is just the diagram. We know that diagram of heart is little bit tough to draw. So this is the simple method we can use, and the labelings has to be done by the child. So this can be given 5 marks, or this is just like a class test we can take where the child is learning how to draw. It is already drawn. They can again trace on it, but the labeling, they are learning it very clearly. So this is mini anchor chart. Same thing, I have shown it here. Then crossover learning. Now here in this method, students are given the opportunity to learn in multiple settings, like inside the classroom or the garden, museum, field trips, clubs. It is not their formal classroom. We can change the classroom. See, this is the psychology that is going with the children. When you make them go in some other area and teach the same concept, they remember it very well. Like if you want to teach them about the plants, you can take them in the school premises garden and show actually the plants and the leaves. So this is where they are trying to learn the concepts in sitting in different locations, and it is very, very effective. So here the learners can record, they can link, recall, share the diverse learning events to explore the topic, and they can go get into deeper level of understanding. Just a minute. Then the next method is argue with science or debate. Now we have so many topics where we can debate. So we can, this is just like any other debate, but here we can have like, what is the pros and cons of the environment or the pollution? You can take any topics for this. And here the children come up with different ideas, contrasting ideas. There are open-ended questions put up by the other groups. And here the teacher is also guiding them, and they can argue with science. Why is it so? We know that science is based only on facts. It doesn't believe on the myths at all. So we can make them understand what is the actual fact, why this is happening. When we reason out by giving them a scientific reason, they are convinced. Now, students are also very smart. If we just tell them, oh, it was told before, so I'm telling you right now, no, they will not accept it. Why? The question is why again. So they keep arguing. So we can also have the debates in a healthy way. Now again, can anyone guess how we can make use of the waste colored papers as a teaching technique? Yes? No one is answering. Shall I answer?
Madam, responses are there in the chat box.
Okay, sir.
Rashmi
Okay,
ma'am, you can see the chat box and help.
okay. Okay, no problem. Ma'am, you're on mute.
Sorry, ma'am, they are telling they are involved through text, so they are in the chat box telling
Okay,
how
okay,
they're
no
using
problem.
the concepts.
No
I'll
problem.
give
Sure,
I
sure.
don't
No
want to
problem.
disturb you in between.
Sure, sure. Thank you. Now this is lab book. It is not lab book, it is lab, LAP lab book. And here, like it is also called layer book, flap book, shutter book. So we can make use of folded papers. I'll just show you this. These are all waste papers that have been used. Now this, I have made them do it as a multiple assessment project. And this is for class 9th, which I had done. There is a chapter called Cell, the fundamental unit of life. So here, every this paper piece is depicting the cell organelle or about the cell, and the functions or the characteristic features of that particular cell has been written by the children in this small colored papers. So this is like in nutshell, they are having the whole revision of the whole chapter, which can be learned very quickly. So this can be done for other subjects also. This is how it looks. Then moving ahead with context-based learning, or also it is called as PBL, problem-based learning. Now here in this method, students are given an opportunity to create a context. They have to explore the ideas. They have to come up with the information. Like teacher will divide the children in 5 groups. Each group will be having 5 to 10 students, and any topic can be given. Like we had done this in our school for sound. And then the same topic is connected to different subjects. Like as we saw in the earlier slide also for experiential learning, it is somewhat similar to this, but here they are collecting the information. And finally, one fine day they are presenting it in the form of PPT, or else they are presenting in the front of the whole class. And that whole group is explaining about it. So these are the steps how they go about it. Exploration of the context, development of capabilities, inquiry, and then taking the action. So these are the steps to be followed for context-based learning. Then we have computational thinking. Now here again, the pattern recognition, decomposition, then these are the key concepts. Then algorithm, these all can be used. Abstraction. So here it is like, it is an advanced technique to solve the problems where by learning to think like a computer. Now here we are taking an example of baking a cake. Now let us understand, when one has to bake the cake, what are the different methods, what are the steps to be followed. So here the first is decomposition. So here this decomposition is not related to the science terminology. Here we are saying break the problem into smaller chunks. For baking a cake, that might involve thinking about the components. So the child has to think what all components are needed for baking a cake. So what are the procedures to be followed? Frosting is required, decorations are to be done, and the cake has to be baked very well. Then pattern recognition. Here they have to identify the similarities or the patterns that can help them solve the problem. So they may come up with so many repeating layers of the cake they have. And the third one is abstraction, where they have to remove all the unnecessary details. So that is not required. See, when they're gathering the information, they come up with so many information. So some is required, some are not required. So the one which are not required can be discarded. So then comes the formatting a general solution. Once the problem is broken down, they take those pieces, solve them individually, and put them together logically. So for baking a cake, this can mean determining the steps to make the cake batter, frosting, decoration, and then finally putting all the completed components together to make a beautiful cake. So this is how we can come up with this method, computational thinking. Then we have mnemonics. Now here, this I had experienced in class 9 as well as in class 11, where they have the chapter about the plant kingdom, animal kingdom. And whenever I teach animal kingdom, everybody says the same thing, ma'am, it is very difficult to remember these terms, that in name of the invertebrates or how is it divided and all. So we can create the mnemonics. Mnemonics is basically whatever words are given, we have to take care of the first letter and form our own mnemonic. Like as you can see here, in animal and plant kingdom, the taxonomy or the hierarchy, it goes in this way: kingdom, phylum or division, class, order, family, genus, and species. So we are taking the first letter, KPC of GS. Now we can put this in the different manner. We can make it or more creative, like Saurabh Ganguly's family ordered chawal, paneer, and kebab. This is going in the reverse order, but they will remember it very well. But we have to make sure as a teacher, the children definitely end up writing Saurabh Ganguly's line only, instead of writing that actual what is expected in the bio. So we can create like this mnemonics for teaching the planets. Again, my very efficient mother just served us noodles. Again, the first letter stands for the name of the planet. Then, as we had the earlier slide, I had shown you about the cell division, we have PMAT, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. So again, here children learn with mnemonics, and these are very helpful. This is especially helpful in higher classes, 11th and 12th children. 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th children enjoy doing this. They can create their own mnemonics also. Then Science Museum. Now we know that Science Museum, again, it's a part of learning process. And here the children are getting access to the innovative resources. They visualize the data, what they have learned in the class. Like in Mumbai, we are having famous Nehru Planetarium and Nehru Science Center. So we take our children there that becomes our educational trip also. And it is very good. The children are learning so many things. Now, as a parent also, we can take our children whenever they're going for the vacation, try to find out in that particular location, wherever you're going, if there is any science museum, which can help our children. So similarly, here we have the regular visits of museums, making learning science more engaging and interesting. We have in our Navi Mumbai area, there is called IVSA, that is Indian Women Scientist Association. They always have one van which is on wheels, Science on Wheels. It is called Science on Wheels. And there internally, when you enter that van, you will find all the different concepts which have been depicted very nicely and beautifully. And this, even Nehru Science Center, even they do have the Science on Wheels. So this is again very interesting. Then coming to projects, which is very, very common in all the subjects. So we know that whenever any project has to be done, let it be an individual activity or it can be a group activity. So when a group is doing, they are building up the ideas, they are trying to get the plan work out very well. They are fighting, but they are doing it very nicely. And finally, they come up with a beautiful presentation of the project. And this, when they are doing this, they are coming across so many challenges. And this is also building up the team, like teamwork is very much emphasized over here in doing the projects. Then multimedia approach, this is again somewhat related to the computer, text, audio, animation, videos. See, even in the smart boards, we do have for teachers, there are resources which are available on the net also, that there are some animated videos, like especially when we are teaching the concept of fertilization and all. So there we can show them the animated video. So this is helping them to understand difficult concepts very easily. And the learning experience is also good by multimedia approach. Then we have ICT enabled learning. So this is again information and communications, and this is technology is used to teach the scientific ideas that promotes open source learning. Now here accessing, storing, transmitting, manipulation of the information more easy. This is all actually related to the computers. Now those children who are going into this field, they are taking computer science and all. So they are becoming expert in doing all these things. We know today's Gen Z students are very much savvy with the technology. They know how to utilize this software and how to create their own software and all. So this is how they can learn. Then video clips. The instructional video clips can be made available online, again in the smart board or in the libraries to teach a new concept. Like the evolution of a process can be conveyed better with animation videos. It is very difficult to imagine how the world was before, how was the primitive earth. So all these things can be shown by animated video clips. Then we have PowerPoint presentation, as I'm doing the same right away. So the children can come up with these PowerPoint presentation, or teacher can also teach the whole chapter by showing a PowerPoint presentation. But yes, she should make sure that all the important concepts have been covered in her project, in her presentation. That is very important, because we have all different capacity of children. Some are weak to understand the concept. So we have to bring in different ideas, how it can work out, because the one which are smarter, they will pick up very quickly. But it is very difficult for the children, those who are a little bit weak. So we can get it done through the PowerPoint presentation. Flow charts can be done, interesting slides can be put up, then diagrams, all these things can be done. Then we have mini labs or formal labs, or also called as composite labs. Now, these are especially done for the primary students till 5th standard, like mini labs are created or composite labs are created, where everything related to their subject, the things are being displayed and the teacher is demonstrating it. For example, like the day and night concept, the globe, what is present on the globe and all, it can be shown. Then flashlight, the building of the circuits, then if any magnetism or the mixtures, solutions when they are working with it, sedimentary rocks, the different charts or the rocks, actual rocks can be kept in the lab. And these are the small labs. These are not the actual formal labs like how we are having for higher grades. There, everything is like systematically placed, and the solutions, the compounds, the glasswares, the gas, everything connections are there. This is just where to make them understand quickly. They can take them to the composite lab and make them concept very clear. The lab, this is the lab. Then we have the next methodology, science exhibition or the fairs. We know that children are waiting for this always to happen. It is not only restricted to science. We also conduct the exhibition in different languages. Hindi exhibition, English exhibition, social exhibition, math exhibition, everything can be created. And here it is building up the confidence level of the students. Here the child is getting their idea and they are trying to work with the help of the parents. Some of them are very, very smart. They do it on their own, just looking on the YouTube and all. They do it and they display their projects. Now, this is also helping to motivate them to do the research base. If the child wants to become a researcher or a scientist later on in his future life, so then this is enabling them to have the critical thinking, analytical skills are improving. They know how to reason out why they're doing this, how it is working, everything they are able to explain. So this is the science exhibition. Just 1 second. Then we have research books. Now, this is to promote the use of research books rather than just the textbook or the lecture notes. Here, students are asked to do research on whatever topic is covered in the class by means of libraries, websites, or by talking with the experts. Here, the children can actually visit that professional and they can interact with them. They can have a questionnaire with them. They can interview that person. They can visit to a person who is a scientist, who is a doctor, or any other field, engineer, and they can ask them the questions. And this is how they can improve their questioning skills. And this is called as research book method. Then documented problem solving. Here the teacher is insisting students to record their thought process when solving a problem. Now, one problem has been given. The children, what they are thinking about it, they have to put it in steps. So they are asked to explain the reasoning for reaching to that particular solution. How did they approach to that solution? So they have to simply present it. And then the documented problem also helps them to have a deeper understanding of the process. So this helps a lot in subjects that involves mathematical and numerical processing and analysis. Then we have learning science stations. Now, this is again very, very important, like a quick and engaging way to teach the science. Whenever we are promoting, whenever we are starting with our new academic session, this we have implemented in our school recently. Like our school started on April 1st for the classes from 1 to 8. So here we made them do the learning stations. Like the teachers are doing the learning stations, like any concept has been put up in the corner of every class, and the children are going through that concept. They're revising the concepts which were learned in the earlier class. So this is they are experiencing. They are not actually into the books. For the first 3 days, children are really enjoying these learning stations. And they come up with so many things, thought processes and all. They share with their parents. And this is how we can do. The science stations. This is how it can look for the higher grades. This is also possible for the higher grades. Then we have the next observation stations in open fields. Now, open fields, this is not restricted to the lab. Now, only the textbook assignments, they have the limitations, like only we are exploring the topic in the books and all. Now, this can be done even in the fields where we can have a setup, like kitchen garden can be created in the school premises where we are growing the herbs, shrubs and all, and the scientific like medicinal plants and all. And when we are teaching them that concept, we can make them visit that kitchen garden there, like spinach can be grown, coriander, tomatoes, medicinal plants, anything can be set up. Otherwise, the other one is like when we are studying the life of earthworm. So how that earthworm is surviving in different climatic conditions, or how the germination of seeds is taking place. I hope everybody will agree with this. Germination of seed is the compulsory project done by every teacher in every year. They do the same project. So we can come up with little bit different innovations into that germination of seeds. We can have the Velcro, which can be stuck on the cloth, or they can actually germinate the seeds outside, like in the school premises they can do. So this is how we can get the innovation into this particular method. Then peer-to-peer teaching. Now we know that many a times it happens that when teacher is teaching in the class, some are attentive, the attention span of the children is just for 3 minutes. So after 3 minutes, their mind is wavering around. So now teacher will scold them again. So what happens later is that child who is his best friend, he will ask that friend only, what did teacher teach us? I did not understand. So when that child is explaining, this child understands because it is their own language. They are trying to speak. They are not talking about very much into the formal method, but they are making their friend understand. So this also is like called as peer teaching, which we can implement it. This is also a part of CBSE where we are marking them, and this is conducted in term 1 and term 2 also. And here the child, the whole class is given small, the one chapter is selected and small topics are assigned to every child, and they have to learn about it. They have to present it in front of the whole class. So when the child is teaching that concept, others are listening very carefully because it is their own friend who is teaching. So they listen very carefully. Are usne kya bola? Isne kya bola? They are very, very attentive that time. So this is how peer teaching works very well. Then science movies are there. Like, yeah, we go to movie as a family. We all go to the movie and all. We can once in a while, we can take them for the science movies also, like Sunshine, Artificial Intelligence, Interstellar, Mangalyaan, which was very hit film and all. So again, same thing, that is an entertainment. At the same time, they are learning the scientific concept, how it is working there. So when they are watching the movie, it becomes very clear. Then science games, again, interesting games are there where they are learning science and technology with fun. Now, there are different games which are available online with the concepts of animals, plants, forces, light, sound, magnets, everything is there. Now, here also, like one game, memory game can be played when I'm teaching them about invertebrates and vertebrates order. There are about 10 phylums to be studied. So though it is very difficult to remember that Porifera, then Coelenterata and all. So again, we can play it in the memory game form. So the one child is given that first phylum. The second one will tell the first phylum as well as the second phylum. Like this, it continues. And finally, the 10th person has to tell all the 9 names and the 10th one. So this can be continued again, where they are learning the names of the phylums very quickly. And then when they're teasing with each other, they say, Are, tu to Porifera hai, you are Coelenterata, you are Mollusca. That they remember because they remember the order that they had played. So they remember very well. So crossword puzzles are also there. This is also, everybody loves to play crosswords. So again, the science can be implemented here in the way of crossword puzzles. Then science songs are also there. Now, anyone who is very good in singing songs and all, they can have the interest in developing the song for these subjects, their own subjects. Then Science is Real, Meet the Elements, Star Song, Motion Song. These are some popular science songs. You can listen to them on YouTube. These are all available. And yes, they are slightly, in first instance, you will not be able to pick up the lyrics, or we can say the words, but actually they are talking about the concept only in that song. So this is how they can enjoy singing. Then mobile apps for science. Now we know there are so many apps which are installed in our mobile. Everyone's mobile is having so many apps. So why can't we ask our children to download the maps which are really useful? Like for science, we have Human Body, Cosmic, Zoom, Earth Primer, Video Science, Science 360, NASA Globe, Observer, and many more are there. So these are how the advanced mobile apps will help in developing their innovative features are there, and that will help them to learn the concepts, because we know the children are continuously into mobile. So when they are into the mobile, we can make them use the mobile in a constructive way. Then comes the next 40th method is excursions and field trips, which I told you about this before also. But yes, we can have the educational trips. We can go to that area. We can take them to the mining area. We can just show them how it works. or how the bridge is constructed, or how the ice creams are made, how the cake is baked, like Monginis factory, you can take them, or Gokul dairy, you can take them, how the milk is packed and how it is stored. So many things are there, educational trips, field trips. Then we have science clubs. Every school is having some or the other clubs. In that, one can be implemented, that is science clubs, and where the ideal approach is about the STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So here we are coming up with high quality hands-on instructions are there. And children, nowadays children, they are into robotics. They know how to use that Arduino and all. And so they can implement, they can construct their own robot, they can construct their own drone and all by coding. Coding is also one important feature which they are learning. So that can also be implemented for creating. So the science club is not restricted only to one particular thing. They can do so many things in this science club. So this is like about the cell, different parts of the cell, how it is represented, mitochondria, lysosome. These are some examples. This is all food material they have used. There is chapati, you can see dry fruit, you can see the coconut, and all these things have been used. See, this is chapati. Then that tonli is used, beetroot is used, carrot, cucumber. All these things are representing the different cell organelles. These are few examples. Then we can have one more, reward discovery. Now we know as a teacher, it's not only teaching. See, a teacher will be very proud when she sees that her child is learning the concept and presenting it very well. And when they're doing it with so much interest, this will happen only when the teacher is teaching the concept in an interesting way. So because children are always having inquisitiveness to learn the things, what is happening, why is it happening? So when they do something, even it is a small thing they are doing, they're discovering something and they're sharing, let them present it in the class. So we can give them small labels like junior environmentalist, if they are very much love to the nature. See, this is very common thing that when the lunch break takes place, they are all moving out. When the PE period is there, they are all moving out. The fans and lights are on. So we can make one child as an energy ambassador, and we can give that label to them so that while moving out of the class, they have to switch off the lights and fans. So here, how we are teaching them the values also and how to use the resources judiciously. Then we can give them the label as little scientist, budding scientist. So these are all the rewards that can be given to the child. And believe me, this is like, it works out very much when a teacher motivates, because teacher's words are like Lakshman Rekha. If teacher has said something, it has to happen. Especially in the primary classes, they are very much sticking to the words of the teacher. So teacher has to be very careful when she's explaining any concept. Even if when the child is doing something wrong, they are mischievous in the class, instead of abusing or instead of using a wrong language, she can make them understand in a better way. It can be put up in the affirmation manner. So this is about reward discovery. Then we have interactive science journals. Now, like, this is an advanced version of lecture where the child can express the information they are learning in the different templates. So this is how I have created. So this goes even with the teachers when they are doing their lesson plans. I know that every teacher has to prepare their lesson plan before they enter the class. They are planned in a proper way what they are going to do. So if they put up in this way, in a simple manner, I'm not saying it should be always creative, because some teachers are not creative. So forget it. But then at least they can jot all the important points, what has to be done. So this is how they can have an interactive science journal. Similarly, it can be maintained even by the children. So it can be made more creative. See, interleaf notebooks are used by the primary classes. So there they can have all these pastings or the colorful tags, papers and all to make the concept very clear. Then science at home. Now here we can encourage the students. See, we know that science starts from home, and when they go to school, they learn more about it. So we can give them small assignments. Now here, like so many activities that where the parents can also be involved, like such as measuring Earth's circumference with a shadow, creating underwater fireworks with chemistry, building a balloon-powered toy car. And a simple one is like baking soda is available at home, lemon is there. So how the turmeric soap, how it is used, how it can be used, like the stain is there on the cloth, turmeric stain. And when we wash it with the soap, immediately it becomes red. So we have to make them understand why it is happening. We can teach this small tips, even the mother who is not educated. I mean, if she's educated, well and fine. If not educated, she can tell something, and she can tell the child that you can go and ask your science teacher, why is it happening so? Because she may not be knowing about the acid base. If she's knowing, it's good if she's explaining it properly. Same thing, iodine and potato. So iodine is available, potato are also available easily. So when we cut a potato, put a drop of iodine on it, it will turn bluish black. So again, why it is turning bluish black? Because of the starch. This can be explained. These are small experiments which can be done at home. Then we have flipped classroom. Now, again, here the students are asked to go through video instructions or tutorials in the initial stage. Initial stage, I'm saying. I'm not saying completely. Digital learning is happening. And in the second stage, will be in the classrooms where they involve in challenging tasks and assignments based on the information gathered through video assets. And this flipped learning frees them class time for activities such as hands-on labs, guided practice, or online simulations. See, they are already learnt about that in the digital way, and now they are trying to put it in the classroom. So that is how they are learning. So this can be called as a flipped classroom. Another one aspect is there for the flipped classroom. Like instead of sitting in the same environment of our own classroom, we can go to some other classroom. We can go to math lab. We can go to any other lab and study that concept. Why not the social study teacher can teach that concept in the physics lab? She can teach. So they will remember the location has changed, but she's teaching the same concept, but in the different location. So this can also be a flipped classroom. Then we have guided discovery problems. Now this is related to class 11th and 12th. So here this technique can be integrated into the lecture, lab, and field courses. So it refers to understanding science step by step through the discovery process, involves the collection, processing of data, debugging, and explaining it through intriguing puzzles, structured hands-on activities, right presentation of information, and all. So this is working out very well in the higher grades like 11th and 12th. Then we have fishbone. Now, in the fishbone, here I have one. This is a visual tool for organizing critical thinking. I'll just be showing it on the slide also. It is helping to teach the students about the root cause. Now, what is the root cause of that problem and how it is affecting? What are the causes? What are the effects of that? So this can be done in the group. Why it is being given as a fish bone? Because the whole problem is represented in the fish manner, showing the ribs and riblets. I'll just show you that. See here. Example is about bad coffee. Now, what made the coffee to become so bad? The people, procedures, material, equipment. So these are the four main categories. Now, when we talk about the people, so were they not trained to do that? Or what was the problem? Procedure. In procedure, no training was given. Too much of water was added in that, or too much ground, or whatever they are using. I mean, what were the steps when they did? What went wrong? Why that happened? So it is basically we are coming up with the conclusion that effects and cause. So this can be presented in the fishbone diagram. Then science quiz. Now here, all the teachers, it's not only about the science, but everybody loves to have the quiz. We know Kaun Banega Karodpati is also a quiz only. So similarly, here also, out of the class, we can plan this properly and have the activity science quiz, which is done in all the classes. So here they are learning, they're thinking from different angles, and they're thinking out of box also. Because this is again in the stipulated time frame, they have to answer the questions. So here the skills of analytical thinking are increasing very fast. Then we have models. Again, the same building blocks of the science. This is the core thing of the science, that models are there. If models are built up, so it becomes very easy for them to display, and the child is learning through the models. So here this method involves choosing the idea, building a plan, executing the plan, and finally evaluating it. So when student is passing through all these stages, they are improving the skills to express their ideas, problem solving, overcoming the challenges, teamwork is built up, self-assessment also takes place, like where I did go wrong when I was doing this, what happened. So they learn on their own and they don't repeat that mistake again. So this is the structure of heart. So this is actually a working model of heart, which was made by me. And this I'm using it for class 10th as well as class 12th. Then last method is seminar. Now this works out with the higher grades, where group wise the presentation can be done. A topic is allotted to the children and a training is given to them. And so they can come up with so many points, and this will help when they are giving interviews after their course is over, when they are going for the job and all. So they are presenting their projects, their modules and all. So this will boost up their confidence level. So these are all the 50 methods where we can make science more interesting. And here are some slides which I would like to show, like low budget teaching aids, best out of waste, 3 R's, pen holder, Ziploc bag. This I can show you. These are some items which are available very easily. So this is Ziploc bag, which is representing the water cycle. I have marked it with the marker on the plastic itself, and teacher has to fill this Ziploc bag with water, and then she can show all these things. So aluminium wrap, empty rolls, brush stands can be used, and this is where the children love to play. This is called as footy catcher. Even when we were small, we were playing with this, we were doing this. So here actually it is the layers of earth. Layers of earth has been written, and behind what is the temperature in that particular area. So everything is written, all the information, what is the temperature in that, what is the soil or the rocks which are present, where is it present. So this is like cootie catchers. These are called as cootie catchers. Then in class 11, they love to do all these things. If they are creative, they love to do. So this is 5 kingdom classification, which can be put up in this manner in a colorful way. These are all low budget, we can say. We don't have to invest much here. Then similarly, Christmas tree can be shown. And the herbarium, I hope everybody is knowing about this. So the leaves are stuck, the dried leaves are stuck. Then the information about that is written. So here I had done it with the help of like little bit spiritual also, where like Ganesha has been shown with the grass, Durva, then Shiva, bale leaves and all. So like this is up to the creativity of the teacher, how she can implement it in the classroom. Then the DNA model can be created by using the earbuds. I'll be showing that figure. And this is again something very simple. Only the papers have been stuck. These are the different layers of the earth which are stuck on the piece of a cardboard there. Then we have, see, these are the things, the same thing which I was showing you. The animal cell with the help of clay has been shown. The DNA model by using the earbuds. And yeah, this is Monuments of India. This will work out for the lower classes. So when you go on turning this, you will find the next monument coming up. And it is like a picture. So this way it works. This is the satellite which has been created by using all the waste materials. If you see, there are straws, there are bottle caps, the shuttlecock which was broken, then a cardboard, piece of cardboard, pencil, then the plastic bowl, and that is the box which has been used. Yes. So these are all the methods. I hope you are benefited by this session.
Thank you so much, ma'am. What I can see through chat is that the participants are too excited
Yes, ma'am.
They are so happy also to know these many things. As sir has started that 50 teaching strategies in 1 hour is not that easy. But you tried to incorporate each
Yes.
and everything. This is the beauty. This talks about your experience also, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
So
you very
very
much.
formally, I would like to thank you for such an engaging and thought-provoking session.
Yes,
Ma'am, your
ma'am.
insights and an extensive experience has actually added the tremendous value to our discussion today.
Yes, ma'am.
We truly appreciate your time and your commitment to empowering the educationists. I can see educators asking you about the charts and all which you showed, na? These one, the craft work which you have done.
Yes, ma'am.
Through the pictures, I think when you were trying to show from your desk, they were able to see it less, but the moment you brought it on the screen,
Yes, yes.
it was.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is beautiful, ma'am. Dear participants, are there any questions, please? I would like you to please, I would like to open this forum for your questions. You can please raise your hands virtually. Okay, so we have Kanan sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, we'll unmute you, sir. Just wait. We'll unmute you, sir. And we'll call your name.
Madam, I have asked him to unmute.
Kanan sir, on your screen, you are getting that display to unmute yourself.
Yes, yes, unmute.
I'm muted. Madam, I would like to put up great listening to Jyoti Madam. And apart from that, I would like to tell one thing about the Jyoti Madam, which she has not told all of you. She is also a teacher in Sai Prem coaching classes. There is one Puttapatti Sai Baba ka Sai Prem coaching classes in Sector 10 Vashi. There she is teaching science freely for all the poor students who come and sit down there on that roof. Therefore, she is very polite. She has not told about that great thing what she is doing for the poor students in the Puttapatti Sai Baba Ashram. That I would like to put it up with that thing in the background. Hats off to you, Jyoti Madam. I would like
Thank you,
to
Kanan sir. Thank you
and
very much.
please give this particular presentation to all the Sai Prem teachers also.
Sir, I had asked them to join today. I had asked them to join, and you were one among them who has joined. I hope the others have also joined.
Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Very,
sir.
very nice.
Also, this will be available on YouTube. They can watch. Everybody can watch
Okay,
as a
I will,
reference.
Yeah, okay.
I will tell all the Sai Prem.
Yes,
Sai
sir. Thank you.
The
Thank you,
Sai
sir.
Prem, I would like to meet you personally, madam.
Thank you, sir.
And
Thank
say
you.
in my own Navy way, hats off to you. Hats
Thank
off to
you, sir. Thank
In
you.
our Navy way.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have Kumudini ma'am also, I think. Kumudini ji, we are just asking you to unmute.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Jyoti ma'am, I'm the principal of my own school at Ozar Nasik, Diyan Universal School. And I have been a science and math teacher for many, many years. I'm really impressed by how meticulously you have been working to make, science more interesting and activity based for the children. I have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you manage the time during the lesson teaching of science? As in, since you've almost managed to gather about 50 activities, so how do you space them out? And is it over the year, if you can guide all teachers online?
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
then, usually sometimes the curriculum takes a lot of time.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
split them across lessons or how?
See, ma'am, it is depending upon which class you're teaching. Basically, I am teaching 9th to 12th, the classes which I handle. But then this I am teaching even to my teachers also, that how you can get it done. It's not every time the board and chalk method we have to go. So the same concept can be put up in different methods, whichever I have mentioned, and they come up with these ideas. They do it and they show it also to me, and it works out very well. And finally, one thing is there in for the parents, that especially in the lower classes, they want to check the notebook, what is written in the notebook, question answer hai ya nahi hai. They just do the rote memorization, and we want to avoid that. So when the child is coming with that concept, when we are teaching with the different methodologies and all, and the child is explaining the same thing to the parents, they then understand, okay, this method has been taught today. So we can manage, ma'am. It is up to one if they are doing it with very much dedication.
Very rightly reminded, ma'am. As a principal, because she has to motivate her school teachers also to be
Yes,
creative
ma'am.
like you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Do we have any other person to ask a question? I'm just trying to figure out. Okay, so I think we don't have, but a lot of appreciation in the chat box, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Okay. Dear participants, a gentle reminder again. Okay, so we have Prashant Kumar, sir, who's raising his hand.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Prashant.
Namaste, madam. Namaste.
Namaste,
So
sir.
it was very wonderful session. So we are very much happy. One of my Guruji, the named Professor M.R. Nagaraj, sent me a link. So I want continuous improvement. So if any further sessions, please inform me. So may I know
Yes,
how
sir.
to get that links. And one more request. So you have listed out lot of things by using a lot of resources. It's not so easy to list out all the things, and you have with practically we have shown. So we are very much happy. So I am teaching in a primary school, so we will use some of the resources. I request please share this PDF or make it in a book form, so let us available for the so many people like me.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Those who want to get updated on trainings, they can join our WhatsApp group. I have posted the WhatsApp number in the chat box. They can text me, so we will send you the link for registration.
Dear participants, the video of today's session will be available on YouTube already. Sir has pointed out that thing. Another thing I would like to point out is, please log into the website www.b-tag.in to download your certificate. So now,
Madam, shall
yes.
I add to that? So I
Yes.
have shared a link which shows everything, the
Yes, sir.
website details and how to sign up, and everything is there. Sometimes it happens to some participants while signing up, it shows that the number is already taken. In that case, they have to sign up again with another WhatsApp number and email ID, that it will be successful. It happens to some area which we are working to rectify. Otherwise, if it is not at all, successful, they can use the manual application, which is the second option given in the link. All right, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for being so proactive. Now, I would like to take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Abdul Salam for his unwavering support and guidance, which we could see throughout the session. Thank you, sir, for this wonderful opportunity. I also extend my sincere thanks to Mr. Biju Pillai for his active presence and valuable contributions throughout the session. Finally, a big thank you to all of our enthusiastic participants for staying engaged with us until the end. Dear participants, your involvement inspires us to organize many more exciting sessions. We look forward to seeing you at our next event featuring another distinguished resource person. Thank you, everyone. Over to you, Salam, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Rashmi. It was so, what do you call, professionally done. And needless to say about the session, about the resource person, because lots of comments have been posted in the chat box. Jyoti ma'am herself can read, she can be very happy about her efforts. It's definitely it's a Herculean effort, and it speaks about the experience, as Dr. Rashmi has pointed out. The best practices which you have been doing in your classroom, which you have with which you are helping the students. That is what we have seen. With a bit of dedication and devotion and of time and effort, we can do miracles in our classroom. So this is an example that Madam has been doing a lot of things, and also cost effective, even cost less things using the best waste out of products, isn't it?
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah, so all these things we can implement, we can adapt, and we can implement. Thank you so much on behalf of all the participants. 268 or 270 participants have joined. On behalf of everybody, we extra mile would like to convey our gratitude to Jyoti ma'am for this very
Thank you, sir.
enriching and meaningful session. Equally important is the moderation by Dr. Rashmi Dua, as I said, very professionally done. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
for
very much. Thank you very, very
Jyoti
much.
Thank you for
Truly,
giving me
it is-
this opportunity, sir.
Jyoti ma'am, it's truly an honor to attend the session. So I want to add, I'm sorry, sir, without the permission, I'm adding one thing. That the beautiful part is that you generally keep the sessions on Saturdays. So one can learn and can then prepare for the Monday class on
Correct.
Sundays. So I think Monday will be very, very exciting for the students in many schools. So
Right,
thank you
right.
for
Thank
that.
you.
Right.
Definitely,
Thank you, ma'am.
definitely. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so one thing I have noticed today, what is special about today, both Dr. Rashmi and Jyoti ma'am, both are very enthusiastic and very passionate. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining, associating with us. With your help, definitely we can contribute at least something to the teaching fraternity, so that they will be making use of all these strategies and all. Thank you so much. Stay connected, everybody. Thank you once again. Good night, everybody. Be
Yes,
connected.
sir.
Thank
Good
you.
night. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.